Well, hello, what's up, everybody? This is Coach Sam with KingdomFit, and this is my first official live on YouTube. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the people who have got me over that threshold to where I'm able to go live. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate that. You could have been, doing so many other things with your time, but you chose to watch my videos for a little bit, and hey, it's cool. I'm glad that I'm on this platform. I'm glad I'm able to share my wisdom and knowledge about fitness on this platform uh, uh, through a medium such as a live stream. So, um, first of all, like I always say on my other videos, you can be doing anything with your time, but you're choosing to watch me for a few quick seconds, and I don't take that for granted. I don't take that lightly. Really, I just want to stop on here and do like a quick little 5 or 10 minute workout just to test it out, see how it is on here, um, and that sort of thing. So I've already worked out today, but I'll do some quick here, just using some kettlebells. But please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Please hit that notification so you can see it every time that I go live, and follow me on my other social media platforms as well. So excited to be on the platform, ready to get going, ready to help as many people as I can get to that desired weight goal, get that desired body goal that you have. Maybe get a little faster, get a little stronger, whatever goal that you have in your heart, and you're willing to, you know, get people to help you out with. I'm willing to do that for you. So yes, hope this finds you pretty well. So I'm gonna do a little kettlebell complex here. And as you know, kettlebell complex is just a series of moves that you just keep doing on a repeated basis. And I probably should have put my dog on do not disturb on, so I hope I don't get a call. Yeah, do that. So it's just a series of moves that you do on a repeated basis, and you basically just kind of do it to either set or a rep goal usually is going to be like 5 or sometimes 10, but the longer you go, the harder it is, and you just kind of go to failure. So I'm gonna do a simple one here. I'm gonna do 4 exercises of 5. And I probably do a couple of cycles of it just so you get the concept of it. But these are really great for going through a hypertrophy phase. So that is basically just like building muscle. Um, with that, you want to get the muscle to exhaustion. You want to break it down, and then when it's time to eat, you want to get the right amount of protein to build that muscle. That way, you're gaining muscle, and you're decreasing the fat volume, and you're increasing the muscle mass. So you can't really specifically get rid of fat per se, but what you can do is shrink it, and you can grow the muscle. So, I mean, if you try to cut it out and get rid of it, it's going to come back somewhere else because God made these bodies and He made fat for a reason. It has its purpose, and muscle has its purpose. So, which one do you want? Okay, so let's do some rows and then some rack squats and then some push press and then some swings. I'm gonna do 5 and 5. So rows, the double rows, some rack squats, right? Then I'm gonna do some push press and then some swings with the kettlebell. 5, 5, 5. So first we got the kettlebell, and we're gonna bend over here. So hands at the hip, row it 5 times. You can also to stagger your stance. That takes a little bit of pressure off of that back. All right. Usually with these kettlebell moves, your lower back will start to get a little wonky. That's normal. Uh, but if you want to, protect that, stagger that stance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. And then we're gonna swing it up to the shoulders. So this is a rack squat, kettlebell rack squat. You need to get the arm, the fingertips, the knuckles touching, or you can hold it out here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's those push presses. So that's a little small squat first, and then you explode up with those hands. That's 1, 2, 3, And then I'm just gonna swing it. Swing both of those kettlebells. So you're gonna get the stance a little wider than normal. Kettlebell's gonna be inside the legs there. Yeah. All right. So that's a little one little round of a kettlebell. Complex. Hey Misty, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. So usually when I do a complex with a kettlebell, I go maybe 3 to 5 rounds. Um, and that's usually going to be about 10, 15 minutes. Depends on how much time you take to recover. So if you take a lot of time to recover, that's how much you take. But if you do the round, the 15 minutes, take a little break, do it again, that's a 30-minute workout. Working out can be simple, very simple, very efficient, very simple. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again. I did rows, rack squats, push press, and then swings. See if we can put it all together without stopping. It's usually very hard to do this and talk at the same time. I know some of those guys do exercise videos in silence because I don't want you to hear him breathing. Anyways, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up you go. And then I'm gonna do push press. And then we're gonna swing. So of course, you can do a lot of exercises with a complex. The thing is, are you gonna remember them all? So it's probably best to keep it simple. Do 2 or 3 in the beginning, work up to 5, maybe 7. Once you start getting more than that, you're gonna forget what you're supposed to do, especially when you get tired. So just keep it simple. The KIS method. Keep it simple, silly. I'm not saying stupid because you guys are stupid. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope it's Friday. It's Friday, and it's 5 o'clock for you guys, like it is for me. So I'm doing a lot of squats this week. My legs are sore. What's going on, Santush? I don't know how to pronounce that, but hey, glad you're here. Glad you're watching. If you have any questions about anything that you're doing right now in your fitness journey, you know, type it in the comments there, and I'll answer it. Let's go again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. The row's the easiest part. 2. Yeah. Whew. That's tough. Whenever you're doing a kettlebell, the most important thing to do not let that kettlebell go, or it's gonna be real bad. diet plan, you know what you want to do. So based off your basal metabolic rate, which is your rest and caloric intake, basically what your body does at rest, that's what you want to base it off of. So however heavy you are, we're gonna do a body fat composition thing first. Usually the best ones to go is an in body. Now in body um, will tell you your skeletal muscle mass, uh, obviously your body fat, um, the body fat and the weight and fat, and basically it'll give you a nice little printout, and it'll tag the basal metabolic rate on there. So you got to eat that uh, amount of calories to sustain. What you want to sustain is muscle. You want to try to shrink the fat, sustain the muscle. So increase your protein intake, that sort of thing. Um, if you're trying to eat like processed foods, fast foods, things of that nature, you're pretty much defeating the purpose. I'm not the type of trainer that will say you can't have that kind of stuff, but because I know it's human nature to eat that. We're we like pleasure as human beings, and part of that pleasure is consuming food. So just use it sparingly. So give yourself a little goal, like maybe go in the beginning if you're pretty bad overweight, give yourself like a 95.5% goal. So basically 5% of the time you can have something that you want, a little indulgence. And you give yourself that indulgence once you hit like a marker everywhere. So like if you can do like a proper squat now you can. Okay, well you're on your cheat day, you can have a little of indulgence. You gotta have little markers like that in incremented into your fitness program. Otherwise, you're probably not gonna hang with it. Because in the beginning when you start working out, it ain't gonna feel pleasant. It's gonna hurt. You gotta have something that if you don't have a strong enough why, you need something else to keep you motivated to keep going through. So diet plan, yeah, increase the protein, figure out what your basal metabolic rate is, eat according to that, stay away from processed foods. You're looking for lean meats, um, carbs are going to digest very slowly, things of that nature. If you have a company like, I don't know where you live at, if there's like a rebuilt meal in your area, they will send you pre-cooked meals, uh, basically to whatever diet plan you want. There's like another number of different companies out there that are doing that. So it's really no excuse not to eat healthy because there are other ways, tons of options you get it done. Um, Let me do one more set. I'll be done. Hope to answer your question, bro. All right, here we go. Gotta do that, bro. Easy stuff to fall out. All right. Well, like I said, usually we go through about 4 rounds, about 15 minutes, and that's been about 15 minutes. So you want to do that for a 30-minute workout, do that sequence, uh, take like a 2-minute break as your interlude or your halftime, and run it back again. And that's your workout for the day. Get yourself a nice size kettlebell, and you'll be good to go. Remember, don't let that thing go because it can cause a lot of damage. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so appreciative to have this ability to go live on this platform. Uh, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And until next time, this is Coach Sam with Kingdom Fit signing out. Peace. God bless you and your family. How do you turn Sorry, guys. Gotta figure out how to do it.